Hey, what's going on guys? In this tutorial video, I want to show you a review of my trade. So I'm going to show you how I was able to catch a 10x within 24 hours and exactly how I did this. Now, this was with Candlezilla, and this was the first coin that was deployed on the Candle TV platform, and that's why it did so well. So the reason why I was able to catch a 10x so quick, as you can see, so you can see right here, I put in $419 into Candlezilla, and I was able to make $4,206.38 profit. Now, I did this all in the space of 24 hours. And the reason why this works so well was because I understood the thesis and narrative way before everybody else, and I was able to front run before the mass public got in. So just to give you a better understanding of this, Candle TV is the main launchpad, and this is backed by big people such as Meow from Jupiter, Moritz, who's that 18-year-old millionaire kid, and that's why Candlezilla did really well, because it was the first coin deployed on the Candle TV platform. In the same way, if you remember the play back in February called TST, which was the first coin deployed on the 4Memes platform on the BSC chain, right? So it went to like 500 mil, and I called this at 500k market cap. So you can see right here with TST, this was the same kind of play. This was the first coin deployed on the 4Meme platform, which CZ rolled out on the BSC chain. And as you can see, I called this at 789k, and then it topped out at like 500 mil. And you can see, look, 541x, simply because I understood and spotted that TST was the first coin deployed on the 4Memes platform, which is owned by Binance. And simply by understanding that, I was able to front run the narrative. In the same way, Candlezilla. So Candlezilla, it launched on the Candle TV platform, and it was the first coin deployed on there. So if we just go on the X page of Candle TV, you can see that it's super bullish. And I predict that, Candle TV will most likely go to 50 mil and above, because there's just so many catalysts ahead. So it's going to be a slow cook. Obviously, there's going to be volatility. There's going to be ups and downs. Because it all depends on how the market moves. But everything is looking bullish right now. And the way I see it, I see Candle TV long term, it's going to be hitting 50 mil plus. So dips like this, I'm just going to be DCAing, and I'm going to be buying into the dips. Because long term, I see this as a very good, strong, long-term conviction play. So now what happened with Candlezilla is that somebody noticed a vulnerability, that the API was leaked. So then they took advantage of that and used the platform to launch Candlezilla. So what happened was this pumped to like 600k, and then it nuked down to like 30k. So my entry was around 70k, and I only put in like 1.4 sol, and I was able to turn this into $4,244 in profit. And what happened was that this got CTO'd, and a strong community formed. As you can see right here, here's the X page of Candlezilla. There's 1,000 growing members, and there's big KOLs on board. And that's how Candlezilla emerged. So eventually, the team behind Candle TV featured Candlezilla, as one of their best runners, and, the first coin deployed on the Candle TV platform. Of course, they will, because it brings in more volume. And to be honest, the team behind Candle TV had no choice but to feature Candlezilla. They couldn't avoid it, because it just blew up so well. Like, it went to almost like 3 million market cap. And the lure behind this was similar to the TST lure, in the sense that this was the first coin deployed on the Candle TV platform. A strong cult has now formed with 1,000 active engaged members working for their bags. As you can see, look, CTO community for the first token launched on Candle TV. As you can see here, look, CTO community for the first token launched on the Candle TV platform. So I can actually see this doing way higher than it is currently. Now, obviously, the market has dipped with BTC. So right now is a good time to accumulate. And what I'll be doing is re-aping most of my profits back into the dip. Because the way I see it is that when Candle TV pumps, Candlezilla is going to pump, right? And that's just how it is. They move in correlation with each other. So obviously right now Candle TV is on a dip. This is why Candlezilla is on a big dip. But as Candle TV pumps up, naturally everybody is going to go to ape the first token that got deployed on Candle TV, which is Candlezilla, because Candlezilla is the one that's getting the best motion. It's got an active, strong community. The volume is good. The stats is good. It's got strong holders. So I'm going to be DCAing and aping into more right here. Like 586k is very good because I can see this doing at least a 10x. The beta play, so the first coin launched on this platform, usually does at least 10 to 15% of that. So I can see this doing at least 5 mil in the long term. So if Candle TV hits 50 mil, this is most likely going to be hitting 4 to 5 mil. And that's why I see this doing like a potential 10x long term. So I'll be DCAing and re-aping most of my profits in these levels. And that's essentially how I was able to catch this 10x very early, simply because I understood the narrative and thesis here. This being the first coin deployed on the Candle TV platform, a narrative and lure like this, you want to try get in as early as possible. Because think about it. The same thing happened with TST, and that was a 500x. TST actually made millionaires. People made 6 figures with this play. You can see I called it right here at 789k. You can see the all-time high return 541x. Simply because I seen that TST was the first coin deployed on the 4Memes platform on the BSC chain. And the catalyst for this was the fact that CZ tweeted out, and then the Chinese whales ran this up and constantly shill this, and it was able to make life-changing gains for many people. So in future, one thing to bear in mind is that if you ever see launch pads that have been launched by legit credible companies such as like Binance, Candle TV, PumpFun, or the Bonk Crew, or anyone credible like that who has motion and is proven to be legit, then you want to pay very close attention. And that's why what I like to do is always follow these people on Twitter to make sure that I'm keeping up to date in terms of what they got coming out. So like Candle TV was backed by Meow, the owner of Jupiter. So you want to follow people like that because it's very important to keep up to date with what they got coming out, what projects they're working on, so you can kind of front run the narrative and be the first. So here's Meow's page. So you want to make sure you're adding him onto the Twitter tracker, same as like CZ from Binance, and other credible, influential people in the crypto space. All right, so this wraps it up for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.